everybody, it's Christina from Photosprouts here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. There's so many great reviews about this Canon R50 camera on the internet, and I totally agree that this is an awesome entry-level camera. If you're a beginner who's looking for a camera, or if you're already using a DSLR camera and want to go mirrorless, or if you're a content creator, then this camera is just perfect for you. Today, I want to show you how I used the R50 camera to film a promotional video for a business. I want to show you how easy it is for friends and businesses to film a marketing video for each other. And in this tutorial, we have featured Steven and his business, Dog Days by the Bay. The company provides dog walking and boarding services, and it's been around in the Bay Area for more than 10 years. Steven is also a Photosprouts graduate who recently bought a Canon R50 camera. In the end of this filming, we also showed Steven how to apply the knowledge that he learned in our class to his R50 camera and had him shoot some pictures for the dogs. Last but not least, we also showed him how to use the camera for vlogging and creating his everyday social media content. The first thing that you need to do to film anything is to create a storyboard. Think about at least 5 types of shots that you need in the video. How are you going to set up the scene, and what are the expectations of the client? And for each type of shots, make sure you shoot both the wide, mid-range, and the tight shots. And this is because you need a lot of clips in your editing process. In the final product, each clip cannot be more than 3 seconds. Otherwise, your audience will get bored. That's why you need a ton of clips, even for the same type of shots. In my storyboard, I wrote down the 6 shots that I need. The beautiful hiking trail, the group walking, the interactions between Steven and the dogs having fun, individual dogs, and the interview with Steven. And for these type of shots, I filmed the close-up, mid-range, and the tight shots so that I'll have enough clips to show in the editing process. Here are the behind the scenes of the filming. First up, these are the hiking trail shots, which are mostly wide. It was a bit of a hiking, so I'm thankful that the R50 camera is light and compact. Second type of shots, I need to film the group walking. This is a tilt shot from top to bottom, and I've got some mid-range shots as well. The third type of shots is the interaction between Steven and the dogs, and this is my favorite part. The interactions can be Steven giving them a treat, playing fetch, or kissing each other. I'll make sure I get a lot of clips of the same type of activity but from different angles and perspectives. For example, I asked Steven to throw the ball multiple times to let me film from different points of view. Unlike filming events in which you need 2 to 3 cameras simultaneously, these activities can be repeated many times, so you can just use one camera. Next up, I need to have clips that are showing the dogs are having fun and their individual close-up shots. And finally, the interview with Steven. I'd asked him to introduce his business, describe his passion from the bottom of his heart, and he did it in one try. This is amazing. During the walk, I also asked him as many questions as possible so that I can use his answers to voice over a certain part of the clip and create a personality for his business. I think about what answers I need before formulating these questions. And the relevant questions will be why he loves dogs and what makes him a good caregiver. I used Final Cut Pro to edit the clips, and let's see the final product.
I love dogs because they're loyal to death, and that's exactly who I am. Hi, I'm Steven Yango, and I'm the owner of Dog Days by the Bay. I started in 2012 when I first moved to San Francisco. I took my dog everywhere just to get acquainted with the Bay Area. Funny enough, I went to Fort Funston. I took my dog, and she fell in love with this lady walking her dogs. I befriended her, and she taught me the way of the dogs and how I started my own business. So that day changed my entire life. It's like the universe interjected into something I've always wanted to do. And I met this wonderful lady who just showed me all the kindness and love about her business and how much she loves her dogs. I was doing dog tech, which is a dog behavior school. I was learning CPR. Like, all of this happened just really quickly after I met her. And here I am 10 years later, standing solid with a business that's still strong, and I never would ever look back to do anything else. And I'm just so thankful and humbled every day I get to be with my dogs.
So, what do you think? If you like it, please let me know your favorite type of dog in the comment down below. There are different movie options in the R50 camera, and I've chosen the movie auto exposure to see if the camera will be able to do a good job in controlling the exposure and focusing. And it did pretty well. If you're learning to film your own video, you can always start with the movie auto exposure mode. Instructor Jordy has also shown Steven how to take pictures in a manual mode. All he needs to adjust is the 3 variables: ISO, aperture, and shutter speed.
The shutter speed, which is controlled by this dial on top right here. We can also click this button, this up one right here, and it'll switch between controlling the shutter speed and controlling the aperture as well.
So you can see everything on the screen as you're changing.
Yep. And with the ISO, it's right there. You just click that, and you got the scale right here. But since we're outdoors, sunny, you can use it to 100 or auto when you're outdoors. It does a pretty decent job. To bring up the focus, you click this right here, and this brings up the different types of focuses, right?
Okay.
We have it set to expand area, right? Okay. And you see right here, if we click the Q button, and when you click this right here, it says subject to detect. There's auto, people, animals, vehicles, or off, right? Okay. Dog walker, so we set it to animals right here. As you do the half focus on all the dogs there, it'll lock on
to their eyes.
You see that?
That's so awesome.
All right.
As you can see, the camera will automatically grab the focus on the eyeball of the small dog when the shutter is pressed halfway down. And guess what? He just happened to be the leader of the pack. And if you want to move the focus to another dog's eyeball, simply tap the other dog on the screen.
Regards to filming, it's just this button right there. Click the film. Yeah.
Just like shooting a picture, the camera will lock the focus on the eyeball of the dog in the movie mode. And now it's Steven's turn to take pictures for his dogs, and he's shot in the manual mode. Before we left, we asked Steven to film his vlog by using the flip screen. Vlogging is just recording yourself talking in front of the camera. The R50 is designed to make vlogging easy for content creators. But I think the 18mm edge of the kit lens is still too tight for vlogging, unless you put your camera on a tripod or buy a wider lens for filming yourself. We're Photosprouts photography workshops in San Francisco and Palo Alto. Equipment is provided for beginners so that they don't have to buy a camera to come to a photography class.